Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Style Bloom. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to recreate this bejeweled collar. This is simply using some craft materials that I've got from eBay and also that I've collected from clothes along the way. Quite often when you have clothing that's got sequins or beads or anything like that on, it usually comes with a little packet of spare items. So I always collect those, put them in a pot somewhere, and then they will eventually come in use one day, whether it's repairing the item it came with or doing a different thing with something else. So today I'm going to show you how to sew your own jeweled collar, like this one here. And I hope you enjoy the tutorial. Okay, so once you've chosen the item of clothing, the next thing to do is to choose the embellishments that you'd like to add to it. I've got pearl beads here in different shapes and sizes. There are some little rice beads in there as well. And I've got some nice rhinestone diamante pieces here as well, which I'm going to use. On a side note, these little jam jar lids are very handy for keeping things in, especially when you're hand sewing. It just keeps things nice and organised. So if you do have any jam jar lids, keep them because it's good for these sort of things. I'm going for pearls and diamante for this project. This works well on denim as well, actually, this combination. If you had maybe a darker piece of clothing that you're doing, brighter colours could work really well, as pale pieces like this. You can also add buttons, bits of chain, bits of lace and things like that to it as well. You're not limited to just beads that I'm doing here. Let me just show you this in a little bit more detail. Okay. So this is what I'll be adding on. I'm going to be hand stitching these to the collar. You can glue them, but I just don't trust fabric glue very much when it comes to washing items. It would be quicker to glue them, and by all means give it a go, but I'm going to be hand sewing for this particular project. Just I feel like they'll be a little bit more secured onto the item of clothing. So that's what I'm going to do. So you're going to also need a sharp pair of scissors and a needle and thread with corresponding thread colours. So for this I'm going to use white, but if you were working on maybe a black piece of clothing, then use black thread. Or maybe you want something where the thread's going to stand out, so you want to go for a contrasting colour. It's entirely up to you. Okay, next you need to decide where you want to place your embellishments. You could either do the full collar and on the back as well, which makes it a really good statement piece, but it's quite heavy. This material is a little bit too lightweight to cope with that amount of embellishment and the weight of it. You could do just the edges in like a triangular format there. Sometimes adding chain here looks great. You can make a real feature of that, different types of chains, different sizes, and making that look great. I'm going to do a slightly scattered approach. I'm going to start off with more embellishments towards the point and then have it scattered as it comes out. It really is a case of just playing around, a bit of trial and error. These beads don't like to stay put where you put them, so I'm just going to kind of scatter them on to show you what kind of thing I want to go for. Oh. See, they don't like to stay where you put them until you've sewn them there. So I'm just going to have, more pieces in this corner, and then have the items more scattered around the edge of the collar as we go. Once you know your design and style that you're going for, next is to actually start physically sewing the items on there. So take your needle and thread. I'm going to start in the very corner first. So that a couple of times just to fasten it off. I don't want any beads dropping off. Now in this corner I'm going to use one of these little diamante beads. Now these actually have got holes in the back of them for sewing, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put my needle through there. Go back through to the back of the collar. and there's actually 4 holes in these, so you can really make them very secure. So you go back through to the front of the collar and then through the holes you haven't already been through, and then back down to the back. You can repeat that a couple of times just to make it really, really secure in there, and then come back up to the front. And now I'm going to add one of the pearl beads, and this is a straight, simple up and down. I always like to do that a couple of times with these pearl beads. Like that, and you just repeat that until you fill up your collar how you like it. Okay, then to finish off your thread at the back, I'll actually just do a couple of repeated stitches in the same section, and then just cut that bit of thread off so it's nice and tidy when you leave it. So here you can see what I've been doing so far. This isn't finished just yet, but I've done the mixture down here and then scattered it out as it comes out, and this is just going to carry on and kind of fade out towards the edge, and then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side, and try and kind of match this pattern as well. Try and make it symmetrical. You could do asymmetrical, that would look quite cool. I'm probably going to be wearing this for work quite a lot, so I'm going to try and make it as smart as I can. So I'm going to do try and repeat the same pattern on here with the larger cluster at the edge and then spreading out as we go. So here is the collar so far. As you can see, I've tried to keep it as symmetrical on both sides as I possibly can. That was harder than I expected it to be. But yeah, overall I really like the effect, so just need to try it on and see how it looks. So here is the final piece. I'll just show you a bit more up close. So I think the collar's come out well, actually. I didn't go all the way around like I said I wouldn't. I've gone kind of halfway around both sides with the mixture of pearls and diamantes, which show you even closer up. It was nice and quick too, actually. You kind of get into the rhythm of it and you just kind of end up sewing away. The only difficult bit that I did find was trying to match up the symmetricalness on both sides. That wasn't as easy as I had hoped it would be. But yeah, I hope you've also enjoyed this tutorial. Please let me know if there are any other DIY tutorials that you'd like me to record and give a go. I'm always happy to try out new items. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you.